Shaheem, read the walkthrough. This is a glorious day. We're gonna get right to it. Tonight, midnight, the new DMX album, one of my favorite artists of all time. As you can see him right over my shoulder. That first album is Dark as Hell is Hot. I'll put that up there with some of the greatest albums of all time. And we got one of the guys, one of the driving forces behind the album tonight. One of my closest friends in the music industry, one of my favorite all-time producers, none other than Mr. Swizz Beatz. Zone, 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 zone,
The
zone.
Buddha, I call you the Buddha. You know, you make the magic. For
My
many
brother.
years, much respect, my brother. I'm happy to be on this show with you, King.
No, I'm happy that you on. Today is a very very glorious day. We celebrating DMX. We celebrating your brother. Um, I want to ask you, how does it feel for this day to actually finally be here, man? Because me and Swiss, for the people who don't know, I have a little extra access to Swiss. So throughout the years, man, you've been talking about a new DMX album for years, man. One day you sat me down in the studio and you just played me just beats that you was thinking about for an X album. Masterpiece, of course. The beats
Mm.
were back then, and for when y'all hear this album tonight at midnight, this is one of X's best albums for a guy 20 something years later to have one of his best albums in his catalog, another masterpiece, just another crowning achievement for
Mm.
DMX. But Swiss, today is finally here. Like, how do you feel for the world to hear it?
Man, for me, it's a blessing to be able to bring my brother's wish to fruition. He was excited from all the love that happened with verses with him and Snoop, and that led us to staying in LA and recording this record, and him being present in a real major way. And so I just remember him saying, like, man, I wish I had new records to play after the verse. I mean, during the verses with Snoop, I wanted people to hear where my mind is at today, and so that prompted to go and make this album. And I want to let people know that this record was made while he was alive. This is not records that we pieced together because he's gone. No, this was on schedule. The album was done already while he was here and wrapped up. And so he was about to go into his workout phase for 2 months, and then we was going to come with the record. Unfortunately, we didn't get to that. So the world getting to see his most personal body of work to date, where his mind was at today in 2021, how he's grown, how he accepted so many things personally in his life, and he was in a great space. So I want people to learn from this record. What greatness is.
Yeah. How did he feel when y'all sat down and said, "Okay, this album is done. This is the complete body of work. This is the package." It's a very it's concise, man. 13 tracks, and literally from the beginning to the end, it's no pun intended, it's a ride. You know what I'm saying? It's a ride. We start off classic Rough Riders, Jada, Styles P, Sheik Luch, DMX, and we go all the way into the prayer ends it, man. And it's literally if you skip one track, you playing yourself because you got to really sit down and listen to the whole body of work. Incredible, man. But how did X feel when you actually had a chance to hear it? I don't know if you heard it in sequential order, but just hear it and say, and you told him, "Yo, this is done."
Man, X was so happy with the love that he got on the album, with everybody showing him love while he was here. It wasn't like those features came when he left. Those features showed up to the studio when he was here, and he was just feeling the love, and that love was fueling all of the records. And he never had features, and he just wanted to do things different this time. He was like, I want to come back strong. I want to let people know that I got an army of great people that's with me too. So when these features started coming in and everybody wanted to support X and get him back to his spot that he deserves, he was just feeling the love, man. And it was so happy to see him in that great space. He was in a real good space.
Before we started recording, before we started rolling today, I was telling you a couple of my favorite songs. Swiss has been playing this album for an elite select audience for the past couple of weeks, or it might have been even longer than that. But I mean, you look on his gram, you see it. I had the blessing to be there in the studio. It was me, Jim Jones, Papoose, Wiz Khalifa, the Griselda guys, Fabulous, Angie Martinez, Sway, Angela Yee, Elliot
Nah.
Wilson. Man, that's just the session I was in. I
Oh
know
yeah,
you did.
yeah,
That's just one session. That's just one session. I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
another one. It was Buster, Fat Joe. I think Styles P. Who else you didn't play it for?
Nas.
Just
Yeah, Esco was there. It was so many people, man. It's, I just wanted to. I just wanted to. I just wanted to play it for home first.
yeah,
I just that was my vibe. I was like, his ex was so he was everything, but I just wanted to just play it for home first. That was what my energy was telling me.
man. Everybody loving it, man. Masterpiece. I'm gonna say it again. Masterpiece.
That's
Masterpiece. You
big
know,
coming from you. You one of the real hip hop people out there that really tell the truth about music, and that's rare.
nah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate being able to hear it early. Skyscraper.
Woo.
DMX, Bono, man, I don't. What can I say about that record, man? To hear Bono over one of your beats is incredible. He's just the beat is one of them really rugged Swiss Beats bangers that could play in like Club Live or something on a Sunday night. But
Hmm.
Bono is so smooth on there. It's like, damn, we all this time we missed him over those type of beats. I would love to hear more of him over that type of beat. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously he's done very well for himself with the selection of music that he's chose for his career. But man, you and Bono together is magic. And then have X come in with the contrast of just being so rugged, but also dropping jewels on that one. Can we talk about Skyscraper?
Skyscraper is a special record, and I knew to hold that record for a special time. And there wasn't no better time than the time, you know, for my brother's album, and he deserved that record. And Bono drew DMX a letter and wrote him a poem and everything, and was telling him how amazing it is for his voice to be next to DMX voice on the record. And X was just so excited that Bono was showing him so much love. And you know, that record is a smash, smash, smash. To have both of them are rock stars. Bono's a rock star, X is a rock star, and to see them like just in their own worlds on that record, but it still come together, it was a blessing. And shout out to Jerry Wonder, on the co-production on that track as well.
Incredible, man. And um X is talking about some really great things. He's reflecting on his life. Him and Usher have a record on there. And
Woo!
wow.
That's a serious record. Letter to My Son, Call Your Father. That record is a game changer for fathers and parents and kids, and for X to be at a point in his life where he was ready to express that type of deep situation in his own personal life and give it to the world, which he always did. But this is a different type of level. This is a different type of level, and you'll understand that when you hear the missing this open space that I left in the song for you to reflect. You're going to reflect when you hear this song.
Yeah. And it's very personal. He's talking directly to his son. Has his son actually had a chance to hear this one? Yes.
Yeah, I let his son hear the album first before anybody.
Mm,
Out of respect, and particularly because of that. I wanted him to hear that song. X didn't get to play it for him, and so I wanted him to hear it first before the public got it. And I was a little nervous about it because it's uncut, and you never know how one would deal with some type of words, especially with his dad not being here no more. But I got to give Xavier props. Like he was a very strong. Um, when he was listening to the song, he started clapping. He was in a good mood. He loved the body of work, and it just made me feel so good that even with that song being a little bit hardcore in the communication part between them, Xavier still showed love for his dad, showed love for his project, and I just felt so good after seeing him feel good.
Yeah. The title of the album, Exodus. When did this come about? The title.
Well, the working title of the album was "As Dark and Hell Is Hot Again," so
Yeah,
we was channeling that vibe. And then
yeah,
when he passed away, it just didn't feel like it fit anymore for some reason. And so the
hmm,
thing that just came to me was Exodus, which he has across his neck. It's his son's name. He wanted to do an album named Exodus, but that was going supposed to be later. And it just felt like it was so personal to him. And I know that this album was so personal to him, so it just fit better. I know that It's Dark and Hell Is Hot Again sounded cool and it's like a little bit nostalgia, but everything happened for a reason, and I think the name fit well.
yeah. Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, man.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man. That's a serious record. Shout out
Um,
to
this is X's first two-step record. I think this might be the first record for DMX where we could do the two-step, which is well, he no, I take that back. He did a record with Stephanie Mills a few albums back when he brought that "What You Gonna Do with My
yeah,
Lovin'."
you love
Yeah,
it.
he did that a few albums back, so that might be his first two-step. But we ain't two-step with X for a minute. We usually wilding out or we just reflecting. But man, to hear the Marvin Gaye sample, which is I'm not gonna give it away what it is. The people gonna hear it at midnight. But how is that for you to sample Marvin, have him rap on that record, bring Snoop? Because before X passed, we see him listening to nothing but R&B and enjoying himself. One of my favorite posts on the gram is he's at the Lisa and Coke Jam concert and he is dancing and singing his ass off like he needs to be a part of Full Force or something like that.
And that was him every day to the old school music. I mean, he was a music lover. He loved
Yeah.
music. That's why he can make music so well because he was a student of great music. And when he heard that, and shout to Deny, Mr. Porter, you know what I'm saying? We worked on that together. Um, man, he just was bugging like, I get to do something on this, and like yeah, and then it fit perfect with Snoop on it. It's just a perfect vibe, and it was the album was curated with purpose and on purpose, and I'm just happy we're here now, and the people getting ready to hear this smoke.
A lot of smoke, man. It's incredible. And then we got the triangle offense on a record called Bath Salt, man. Jay Z, Nas, and DMX.
Ooh, buddy. You know, everybody's been asking for that record for a long time, and once again, I'm glad I kept it in the archive for this amazing, deserved moment because I could have been selfish and had it for myself on the project of my own or things like that, but I don't know. I knew that if it couldn't go big, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Hold up, we didn't lost. Okay, we lost the audio for a second, Swizzy. You
Yes,
said if you couldn't go big, you didn't want to do it.
yeah. If I couldn't go big with the song, I didn't want to do it, and what a way to make it go big on DMX's album with his peers that he respect. Like, him and Jay had a little bit of vibes, but he respected Jay as a lyricist and an artist.
Hmm.
You know, that was the vibe, and Jay respected him, and it's hip hop at the end of the day, and it's all love and Nas. You know what I'm saying? The poet in the middle of it, and it just shows you three different styles of hip hop on one song. Everybody got a different flow. Everybody got a different energy. and I just thought it was masterful.
And it's timeless. It don't matter when them guys recorded it. You get a J verse, a Nas verse, a DMX verse. It's gonna stand the test of time, whether it's recorded today or whenever. It sounds incredible, man. I hope that we hearing Jay and Nas together. I hope you one of them people that could commandeer that Jay and Nas album, because that's another thing that's needed for the culture. And both of those gentlemen sound incredible on a Swiss beat.
Za 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 za.
Man, I'm not gonna keep you too much longer, man. But just a couple more records. I want to ask you about Nas double back on this Walking in the Rain, which right now is my vote for my favorite song.
It's a
Um,
repeat record
it
for
it,
sure.
uh it, it touches my soul like Slipping.
Mm.
How Slipping is that. Slipping is one of them records that's a sleeper, but it just really touches your soul, like how personal it is. It doesn't sound like Slipping, but it affects me like
Yeah,
that.
it has an energy. It has a personal energy to it that makes it strong.
Yeah,
Um, X was a big Nas fan, big Nas fan. And he was a big Scarface fan, and Scarface was supposed to be on that record, um, but due to personal things, he didn't make it on that record. And we wasn't thinking X was going anywhere. He was in good spirits. He wasn't even on that time. Like he was motivated. So we was like, okay, we can't get Scarface this time. We'll get him next time. But we just heard Nas on his poetry and going crazy to that record. And so it's an honor to have Nas on the album two times. X was super excited about all of it.
he said. He said my life could have been an Ava DuVernay movie. Uh,
Denzel playing a younger Nas with some CGI. Rock with your day one's blessed. If you not, don't let it stress.
this is the type of level that we on, man. So to hear Nas and X again, the collab, to hear Jay and X collab again is great, but then you threw a couple of curveballs on there. You got Moneybag Yo, which nobody really expected, man. How did that come about?
Well, I'm personally a big fan of Moneybag Yo. I think he on
Yeah.
he on his A game. You know what I'm saying? I see how he's moving. I'm rooting for him, and I know that X wanted some younger energy on it from today. We had Pop Smoke on that record at first, and then the verse ended up getting used, so we couldn't use it, and so I almost had to take that record off the album. But Moneybag Yo communicated very quick, turned it around very quick, very respectable guy.
Dope, man. Swizz, I'm so proud of you. Just repping for your man. How you do? I mean, I know we don't have to commend you on that because that's just your personality, and
Thank you.
you rep for all your friends and family. But this DMX thing, man. When he passed, you were one of the first people that I thought about because you've been riding for this guy, sacrificing, just um, always uplifting your brother, man. Just always uplifting your brother, doing what you have to do.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, and I know he definitely is proud of this album. He's looking down at you like, man, my brother is really carrying this torch, and the world is gonna rock with it in just a few hours, man. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna
I'm
be
so excited,
incredible.
man. I'm so excited. And I just hope people can take time out to really listen and understand the message. There's so many hidden gems and jewels that he went through life to leave for everybody. Like don't look at this as just a record. Look at it as a lesson. You know,
Yeah.
look at it as a sonic book, like auto. What was it called? An auto book.
hmm
Like that's
Yeah,
an
and
auto.
this is like X is up. Like, sometimes some of our great MCs, man, like after 25 years, they might not have that fire, but this is X. He's aggressive. You could hear his voice. His voice is as jagged and gravelly as ever. Like this dude was hungry. Like I was like, damn, this
Hungry
is a hungry DMX, man.
because he wanted to do it.
He wanted
That's
to
the
do it,
difference. If
man.
he wanted to do it, they ass in trouble. If he didn't want to do it, they safe. But when he want to do it, you in trouble.
Yeah. So we did, man. Long live X. We're gonna get this album tonight. Saturday versus you and Timbo. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Is this gonna be because verses are great. I sat down here. The Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire happened on my mother's birthday. We sat here. She turned 75. We had the
Wow,
biggest
that's Jada Kiss' father's birthday too. And
word.
today's Jada Kiss' birthday. Happy birthday to my brother Kiss.
Happy birthday to Kiss, man. We
Okay.
love Jada, man. I seen him on the gram. I think he in Colombia or something. I seen him on the gram doing
Yeah,
the
he
thing.
moving around.
We love it. But is this one? Are we gonna get back to the shit talking? Because the verses they've been great. They've been obviously the
But you
numbers are
want
going
Gucci and
through the
Jeezy
roof.
again? Because you seen we turned you want that was the shit talking anthem one. I mean, that was serious.
Yeah, but you know how you and Timbo doing, man. Like the first one, y'all was going back and forth, having a lot of fun. We gonna get more of that
Of
this time.
course.
We
That's
need
just
it.
who we are.
We need it.
That's just who we are. I'm gonna get the shit started up. We're gonna get it started up. I just been so into X World, like I haven't even changed to that channel yet. But I'm gonna change to that channel in 2 seconds.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I know we're gonna hear a lot of X on the verses. I was driving the other night. I was listening to Missy's catalog. Just like damn, I wish Missy would come back too, man. But her and Timbo, I know we're gonna hear some of those. So it's
Yep.
gonna be a fantastic zone. Thursday night tonight, May 27th, midnight. Get that DMX Exodus album.
Everybody to go get it. Everybody. Now this album is an NFT. This is a real collectible. Let's
Yeah,
get
this is it. This is it. Lil Wayne is on the album too, by the way, for people who don't know. Lil Wayne is
we
on
with the bounce of life.
Bounce of Life. Y'all want traditional Rough Riders, Locks, DMX, not holding anything back. They killed it, man. Swizz, thank you so much for coming on. Last question for you, brother. Somebody who you work with, I don't know if the songs came out, but I remember a while ago you said you did some stuff with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, for the people who don't know, has a art exhibit coming out really soon. You being such a connoisseur, an expert in that field, how do you feel about Mike? Do we lose Swiss visually?
Waiting on my camera to come back on this joint. Somebody call you, just
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
take you way out the park. I can see you. I can't. I can't. I mean, you can't see me.
He'll be back in a second. Swiss will be back in a second. DMX album coming out tonight, midnight. It's gonna be incredible. Um, another There we go. Zone, zone, zone. Just real quick before we let you go, Swizzy. Michael Jackson. I remember you telling me you messed with Mike before. For people who don't know, he's coming out with an art exhibit. There's an exhibit of Michael Jackson art that's coming out, man. You being one of our greatest connoisseurs, our curator for hip hop culture into that art field. What do you think about Mike, his art? Other than his music, is actually art coming out to the world.
You know, I think it's good. I mean, it was a private side of his, obviously. So to see another side, most creatives paint. Like creatives, all most Virgos I know paint. Like Beyonce paint, Nas paint, myself, Michael paint. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes with the artistry, and I wouldn't be surprised of Michael's work. Kanye paint. He went to school for painting. Andre 3000 paint. Erica Badu paint. So many artists paint in our culture, and You know, I wish people could see more of our paintings, but you know, it gets tricky sometimes because we're already successful in another area, and then to go show paintings, you know, I don't know. It feels like you're doing too much sometimes, but I think that we shouldn't care about those things. And if we want to express ourselves and bring people into that world, that's what's up. I just wish Michael was here to do the exhibit himself, but
Yeah,
I'm glad that whoever's doing it, um, you know, hopefully is being done through his estate respectfully, and I would love to see it.
yeah. It's his estate. His estate is putting it out, man.
That's a good zone.
Swizz, I love you, my brother. I'm proud of you.
Thank you,
Um,
man. Same here. Love you too, bro.
thank you so much, man.
Yes.
Tonight, midnight.
Midnight, midnight. We going up. We going up. Zone, zone, zone. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Exodus.
Exodus for life.
There we go.
All right, King.
All right, my brother.
All right,
Salute. Be
peace out.
safe.